Thank you for turning to page 121. Today we're going to jump again into the player's handbook, and we're going to look at a 5th level spell that is of dubious quality, but still an interesting one I have seen at my table, one I've used as a spellcaster, as a player, and it is Cloudkill. It's an evocation spell, level 5, so you have to be 9th level to cast it, 10-foot range, duration is 1 round per level, so minimum 9 levels, or 9 rounds rather, 40 foot wide by 20 foot high and 20 foot deep cloud. Verbal and somatic components, 5 segment casting time, and no saving throw. This spell generates a billowing cloud of ghastly yellowish green vapors, which is so toxic as to slay any creature with fewer than 4+1 hit dice. Cause creatures with 4+1 to 5+1 hit dice to save versus poison at -4 on the die, or die. And creatures up to 6 hit dice, inclusive, to save versus poison normally or be slain by the cloud. The Cloudkill moves away from the spellcaster at 10 feet per round, rolling along the surface of the ground. A wind will cause it to alter its course, but it will not move back toward the caster, which is actually really nice. A strong wind will break it up in 4 rounds, and a greater wind force prevents the use of the spell entirely. Very thick vegetation will disperse the cloud in 2 rounds, moving through such vegetation at 2 inch per round. As the vapors are heavier than air, they will sink to the lowest level of the land, even pour down den or sinkhole openings. Thus, it is ideal for slaying nests of giant ants, for example. And I think that's why this spell was created. I think we had a situation where the players wanted to use some kind of gas attack to wipe out some kind of lair, and this was their spell. An interesting spell. I have seen it used at my table, but not very often. This is not one that my players run to immediately and say, oh goody, I can cast Cloudkill now. It's got pros and cons. The con, of course, being it only kills creatures up to 6 hit dice. By the time you're 9th level, there are a lot of spells that'll do that a lot more efficiently than a Cloudkill. I do, incidentally, give you the 1 round of incapacitation when you pass out of the cloud. So if you are 7 hit dice or higher, and I've had players do this, I've used this as a DM and thrown it in there, and have had the players think, Cloudkill, I'm 7th level, I'll just run into it and I'll be fine. I still give them debilitating effects for the round coming out. They're coughing and choking, that kind of stuff. They have no chance to die from it, but they do have a chance to be inconvenienced by it. And that's what I use it for. Not a great spell, kind of weak. Most of the cloud ones were kind of, but let's see what the DMG has to say in rebuttal to this. DMG was published in '79, a year after the player's handbook, so they did some corrections and improvements on some of the spells, and this is one of them. Cloudkill right here. Cloudkill, the caster is able to cast this spell so that it forms around him or her, and since you're 9th level, per the spell you won't be affected by it. However, any creature staying within the cloud for more than 1 round, even though they have 7 or more hit dice per levels, will take 1 to 10 points of damage on the second and each succeeding round. So, kind of interesting. You've got that monster down in the pit and you don't know how to deal with it. You cast the Cloudkill, it goes down into the pit, even though the creature is 7 or 8 hit dice. It's trapped in the pit with the cloud. You're going to do a die 10 every round after the first. So at 9th level, you're going to do 8 die 10 to the monster, which sounds like a lot, but it's about 40 points of damage, and it takes a lot of time, and it's a very special circumstance. So again, I'm not a huge fan of the spell, but I do see its use. I could definitely see why players would use this. It wouldn't be one that I would run to, but it can be used. And I just like to take a look at these because, again, I think this is a spell that was included in the player's handbook because of a specific use in games when the game was being developed, when AD&D was being developed in the late 70s. I think we saw some specific uses for these, and they went ahead and they put it in. And another one that just goes to the fact that it's a dungeon setting that most of this stuff was written for. I think that really comes out on this spell. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. Have you had good luck with this spell? Is this the greatest spell around? Am I just wrong? Or have you never even seen it? It's one of those spells that you might not have encountered. Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Tell your friends. Let's keep growing the channel. Also, take a look at the Patron, see if you can help me out there. I'm always interested in ideas for new videos, so if you want to throw those in, I always take a look at them. No promises, but I will take a look at it. But that's all I've got to say today on page 121. I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.